For what purpose does the gentleman from Pennsylvania seek recognition?
Move to strike the last word.
Gentleman's recognized for 5 minutes.
I thank the chairman for yielding, and I would also like to commend Representative Ross and Representative Murphy for their hard work on this important issue. Although many tend to think of flood insurance as a concern for coastal states like Florida, Louisiana, and Texas, it is important to note that many Pennsylvanians are closely monitoring the ongoing debate about the future of flood insurance taking place at this committee. Many of my constituents live alongside rivers and streams and in valleys with a history of flooding. For instance, the city of Johnstown, which anchors the eastern part of my district, has a terrible history of devastating floods. The most recent Johnstown flood in 1977 killed 78 people, destroyed over 500 houses, and severely damaged over 5,000 other residential units. My district is home to many older cities and towns like Johnstown that are filled with properties that predate the NFIP. People have lived in these places for generations and have a deep sense of community. Rightly, my constituents who live in these flood-prone areas worry about the future availability of affordable flood insurance options in the marketplace. They want to remain in their homes, in the places where multiple generations of their families have lived and worked and built lasting connections with their neighbors. My constituents need access to affordable flood insurance, and as this debate continues over the next year, I will make sure that my constituents' concerns are addressed. H.R. 2901 is a strong step in the right direction as we seek to reform federal flood insurance policy. This bill paves the way for greater private sector involvement in the flood insurance industry, which will increase choice and competition. Under this pro-consumer legislation, my constituents will be able to purchase the flood insurance policies that work best for them. These may be less costly plans, or they might be packages that offer other valuable features to property owners that are not available through NFIP. As consumers begin to gravitate towards privately provided flood insurance, taxpayer exposure to flood insurance losses will be diminished. This is vitally important as the NFIP, as it currently is constituted, is unsustainable. I look forward to working with my colleagues on this committee to pass this legislation and bring about these much-needed flood insurance reforms. I thank the chairman, and I yield back.